We should be live. Let's just check this. Yeah, we should be live. That's nice. Let's just set the inventory while we wait for some people to get in. No, this. Oh. Okay, then yeah, let's get straight into this actually. So today we're going to be building I don't actually know the model of the locomotive we're building, but because it's not an actual locomotive I'm basing it off. I just want to build. It's called the locomotive type I want to build is called a 262, no, or 260 maybe. And you guys may or may not know what that means, but that pretty much just means that that there are two front wheels. No, it's 460 even. So there's 4 front wheels. Hello, Mikachu. There's 6 drive wheels and then 0. What's it called now? Trailing wheels. I just need to see if I can find the train wheels. I have some new ones. I think they're at the very bottom. That's mod pack. This them? This could be them. This is the mod, and there's. Are these the ones I want? I'm happy with them for a steam wheel, and then for the front wheels I can just use the other train wheel. Doink doink. But I should probably get my tools as well for that bar, shouldn't I? Visible bearings. That should be enough. So I don't think it's best to start. It's probably gonna be best, isn't it, to start off with the front truck, which is just gonna be like a dead truck in a way. It's not gonna have any power. So actually we need to shave one off on each side here. Place the bearing there. Well, we can have this like tiny, can't we? Yeah. Actually, it's gonna be better to have a small front truck, isn't it? I think we should make it a little bit bigger though. Like that. And then shave one here off the back. There you go, that's gonna be better, I think. Hey Jish. Hey Jamie. Let's Why was Jamie? Oh, I thought. Why was Jamie timed out for 300 seconds, Josh? Thank. Zach is good at YouTube and editing and better than Asbekiosin. Is that why he was timed out now? So this is going to be the front of the train there. And then this is going to be where the rear of the choo-choo is. We should probably leave it on a lift, shouldn't I? That would probably be best. Oh, to annoy him. Yeah. So there's 4 front wheels. Should probably just get a steam locomotive 460. Okay, the sort of locomotive we will be building. That's a good photo. Actually, I might build this one. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to check though. Is everything over these wheels or not? And they all are. But these wheels are obviously in line for the track clearance. I can hear Josh shouting in the other room. That's this one. Okay, so how close do I want the drive wheels? They are like next to each other, but I don't know if I'm gonna have the room for the mechanism then.
You timed me out! You winky head. I was like, wow, how have I been timed out? I was just shitting on Asbek.
I mean, I can't argue with facts though.
What, he's a winkhead?
Huh?
He's a winkhead?
Yeah.
Winkhead.
It's only 5 minutes, Jish. You can live. It's funny hearing him back off from the mic on Discord call and hearing him coming to you from mic. Yeah. Oh, it's in there. I think I should probably place it on like a pipe or something. And one thing I'm worried about though is actually, let me just put another one on this side real quick. There's the center of the wheel there. Yes, yes.
Everyone else from
I hear you, Josh. You'll be timed out for another 500 seconds. Or 300. I'm joking. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, we need it to be out, don't we, a block. So yeah, I'll put a pipe in this one as well, but do you want the little pipe or the chunky pipe? Use the chunky pipe. There you go. Okay, it's just gonna look more steam train, isn't it? That's too small. Wait, how many? This is 3 blocks, and that's 2 blocks. But then I place this down a block, and it's what? It needs to be like on a half block, don't it? Is there another wheel? Sure. That's just called wheel. So let's just go down to this mod. I need like a 4 block wheel, don't I? Or I just build a 060 instead. Yeah, let's try an 060 actually. Okay, why am I breaking the bearing? I just break that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. And now we have a platform. Okay. So, I've never actually seen an 060. That's like that little ring, isn't it? No, never mind, no it's not. You can't paint these wheels. Interesting. Okay. Now these wheels here all need to be in sync. And equal spacing, obviously. Oh, I want to move this one forwards. Don't want 2 bearings. And on this side, we actually have a bearing in the middle of these guys, so let's just get rid of him. Boink, boink, boink. So the wheels sit like that. So obviously we need the linking bar, which will link to the Johnson bar after. So on my reference image, let me pull that up. We're out in the same place, and then okay, oh yeah, I see how this is done then, okay. Right there, I guess that could work. Because then that would spin, and then that would move. Like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, they have a they hover. Good for them. They could do magic. And now this one will be that. Which then is gonna have a bar which goes off of it like this. Now it would go up on an angle, but I'm not gonna be able to angle it because the way scrap mechanic works. So I'm just going to place a bearing on that and run the same bar over the top of it. And then here is where the bar is going to come out. Actually, I'm going to have it go in a block then actually. So it's, oh no, we can't have it in a block. Oh, this is going to be a wide engine. Damn. Actually, I know, I was right, it can go there. But still, it's going to be a wide engine. Now that bar just needs to go Yeah, that bar goes straight to the piston sliders. And then we need another thing which comes up off of this one actually, which will be the Johnson bar. So that will go off that, and then the Johnson bar will be off on that one, which is pretty much just the name for changing the name of the mechanism to change direction. And we're gonna need to build like a slider thing so these all stay in sync and they stay sturdy even. So I can build. Okay, so above this we need a slider rail, and then we need something a little bit like this which goes around that rail so it doesn't lose the lose its placement pretty much, and then that will go back to the body of the locomotive, or once it's in place. And then this can just come off of here into here, and then we're going to build like a crankshaft sort of thing. Hi, cool man. Yeah, so we can't have the, actually no, yeah we can, because you see we can't actually put a piston on this because the piston will need to go back as well on itself, which it won't be able to. So we can build a crankshaft type design where so that's up, this is up, and then it will all move together. So I might actually move this up first. Then have the bearing for the crank. Then have it go down so then the crank has more room to motion, to spin. So that will spin, that will push that all the way back. So actually this needs to come out like that. So then that guy can roll onto there. And then theoretically if we turn this, it will move down here and pull this way. And then because this will keep on turning around upside down. Once this reaches upside down, this will be upside down, and it will keep on pulling it. And to test this theory, we can get an engine. I'll get an electric engine because they're just more torquey. And that will connect to that bearing there. Oh, it'd be nice if it was welded, wouldn't it? Right, let's weld it real quick. Like that. I hope this works because this technically is theory of how it all works. Yeah, the juice. Wait, what? Why does that lock up? Why does that go backwards? Oh. Right there. Whoa. Is it that as well? Or is it the fact... Oh, I understand. The bar we're trying to use is actually on the outside. It needs to be on the outside. It can't be in line with this bar. So it needs to be, instead of here, outer block. So we've got to get rid of all this. And then until about here, it's got to be out like that, where I can add a bearing so it pivots here, and then this is where the would it be these? No, it'd be a four-way pipe, but a different four-way pipe, like that. Four-way T. There you go. Like that. And then this sits around this guy. It's still awfully close, but I mean, it will work, I think. Hopefully, maybe. I mean, if it doesn't work first time, we will make it work. Right, then that guy goes there, and that will hook into that. So let's just turn this guy's power down and see if he'll work. Okay, why does it get stuck there? Just pulling. Is it just to see? Is it that? Oh, let's just do this real quick. Like that. Could that be the issue? No, it pulls and then it locks. Could be the fact the wheels are in different positions. Why is that one so much further than these ones? Is this bar like not properly? No, it's a solid bar. Pull there. Why? Because this here is not in the right stroke place. Wait there. If I get rid of that there, the entire thing will pull, and then this pivot on here would pivot with the bar. Let me have a look here. Let's do this. I think it's the weight on the bearings. Or this stroke length is too long. And then it's trying to pull past a stroke, which it can't. Because I think this stroke here is too long. I think if we just cut these two down. So instead of having it like this, it's like that. So the stroke shorter. And then we'll see how much better it works. We might be onto something now. And it seems to be glitching through that. So, if that's the case, let me just swap that bearing and cut the power on this. And then we'll give it little bits of power. I mean, this is going to be no high-speed train. It's pulled that around, as it should have. But now it's got to a point where it's all locked out, because... I don't know, actually. I don't know why. Because this should be pushing... I think... Let's just get rid of that bearing there and see if that's the point. Because this is the point he's jackknifed. The, he could be locking the entire system up. But so on here, there's a bearing. On my reference image anyway. I'm guess it's a bit. There'd be... So that's on that. That's solid. On there, and then it goes off. Okay, I see. So this bit here is all correct, but this bit here needs a bearing. So this would come like this, because now this here stays level, but so it can't jackknife, but this can still go around. Makes sense, actually. It does make sense. What's stopping it now? So it's trying to pull on that, which would pull this, I think. Is it just end stop on that? Is it just that's getting stuck now against it? If I quickly connect this to the body. Okay, so now this here is now attached to the train. So if I just build this in here straight. Okay, like that. So now that's straight. This bar can wander, theoretically, can go to here. Got 90 degrees into its stroke. But then we need a way for it to know when to reverse, right? Good. This should pull this bar, which should... Okay, wait there. So, actually first let's get rid of that so it's not interfering with the wheel. So this should be able to pull this, and then this should be able to theoretically, if I break that, this will just spin. So if we just have that there as the same as the stroke length, which it is, then wait, if that's down and that's... I think this needs to have a timing system on it. So unless we build this and have it so a piston instantly pushes outwards, which will make the entire thing go backwards, and then unless we had 2 pistons on it, so one's always on, unless it needs to bring it all in and then it goes out and in. We could try it with a piston. Yeah, I'm gonna try it with a double piston. That's aligned with the rails. Yep. Okay. So let's get rid of this. All of this. Now I can grab 2 pistons, and then we just need to have them set up and have like a valve gear sort of thing. So then when it's in a certain place, it is against everything where it needs to be, and when it's in a different place, it will be also where it needs to be. So if we have this 1 block fast, 1 block fast, I said fast. Okay, and now this one, let's quickly just set this bar up. And now let's set up some logic. I could try it initially with timers, and then I'll also try it with sensors, which sensor timing is going to be a lot more difficult, but if we've made it work, it probably make it more reliable. So all I know is we need 2 logic gates, 1 OR gate, 1's a NOR gate. One of them hooks into 1 piston, one of them hooks into the other, and they both have AND gates going into them with switches. So theoretically this would work. Actually no, I'm going to swap these 2. So then it's pushing that one outwards. Yeah, look, it pushes this, and I think there's something wrong with our bars at the back here. Because actually, look, once this gets to straight, and it holds it straight, it works, and it holds it where it needs to be. Just look, it bounces a lot. That piston tries to get into place, and then it stops. Okay, I'm just gonna put a load of load of weight on this, like right on all of these wheels here. So I'm gonna go right down the middle to that switch, I think, like that, and then here to there, and again here. I think it just needs the weight on it to stop it from falling off when it bounces. And maybe it'll just stop the jumping of it. And these wheels are a lot harder to tell when they're on or off the rail. It still pushed it off the rail. But it might be because the other side wasn't doing the same sort of thing. Actually, okay, I'm just gonna weld this up onto something just to see if the theory that we have going is correct, and if all of our bars and everything are correct. Look, it goes, it pushes, and then so that would stabilize there. So now if I turn this switch on. Actually, no. If I just run with one of these, okay, never mind. Let's just take that one into there and that there. So it goes down. But now it can't even go up properly because of its positioning. I think it's because this here is it's on a 45 almost. No, it's not even on that, is it? But look, this wheel here is at like a 90-degree offset here, and this one's like a perfect 45 match. So I think because this end of the bar here isn't supported by this bar here, it's causing this side to drop, which makes this wheel makes this one here can't get pushed or pulled. This one's trying to push, and this one needs to be pulled, so it locks everything up. I think that's the issue. So I'm actually going to get rid of this system, because I think this just doesn't work, and I think we are going to have to use that cam system in a way that where it cranks it with a bearing and a cam sort of thing in a way, or like a crank, you could say. And I could do it off of like actually let's go off of this one, because I can just have this one here. Oh, that's what it already was. Oops. I need to go get one of them guys off of that bearing there, and then we can have a bearing here which will come out to here. Oh, all of that just fell off. Oops. Have this hook up to that. So now 2 parts of the bar are held up, and that's now held on. Theoretically, this should be able to choo-choo. So let's see if it will. Okay. So this. Oh. Okay. I'll be honest, it's a lot harder to find the actual wheel balance point though, because they've got to be on top of it, unlike on the other ones where you look if it's inside of it or not. So maybe after we'll make it a 460 instead of a 060, just so then we can see if it actually is or not. Okay, we should have an electric engine here. Okay. Okay. This crank here isn't pulling. Or is it that? Oh, it's that. If you're telling me it was that, they're not allowing it through this entire time. But I mean, it did fall off the track, probably because it's going back and forth, and it's not even on the rails. Or not even. It's not doing it on both sides even. So I might have to build this mechanism on both sides, like identical, to see if they'll work or not together, and to see if both sides will chew along. Actually, I can check this on this guy now, can't I? Because we better see if it spins or not, at least without the entire thing going off of the tracks. So it pulls it up and over, and then it stops and goes down. So the stroke, it needs to pull the stroke longer then, is what we know. Now. Oh no, that's not what we want. We need to... Okay, so it will get annoying having to take this off the lift every single time. But, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, let's just get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, let's go reverse and see if it'll work. It gets to that point. Oh yeah, because that's in the middle point and that isn't. So that's still trying to pull it back. I wonder if I put a half block in the middle, if it will work. Because if it's like a 1.5 blocks, it's a half plate, half block. I'm personally gonna say no, it won't fix the issue. But let's see, because I don't think you can. If I get a half block, I'll place it there. I can't actually place something directly on top of it even. But if I get a half tile, no, you can't place things on top of them. So there's gonna be only really one way to make this work. And have it hook up to this point now instead. You have to understand what I'm doing to really see it. Yeah, that was the one where it goes up. That. Okay. Okay, we're there. This isn't even what my intended mechanism was, but if this works, I'm going to be very surprised. Look, it's allowing the bar to fall on top of itself. Oh, I'm going to hook that up to there. Okay, you can't actually get past that point. But my idea was if I get a controller and then place this guy down, hook it up to that middle one there. If I just quickly get this so it's up like it would be, so it's spawning like this, and then have it fold in 45 degrees so it makes it a lot closer to itself. And then, but I feel like if we put any torque through it, that's just gonna slip. Look how close it is. So you know, this bar's like way too low. But we might have a chance if I come out here, bring this bar up, even if it's just like a block, and then have it come here, and then to here, and then in. It goes a half stroke. And then it locks it out on something. I don't quite understand what it is. I think it's wheel position. Because if you get to a midpoint like this, you don't really have anywhere you can go. So look, it stresses out this point here. Tips this down and oh, I think we could have too much angle. I don't have enough angle even. I mean, on this. So on the left, it's like this, and then it tweaks that a load, so it brings it down a lot more. It sets. Actually, if I reverse the rotation of that, it's gonna set us in a forwards pushing instead of a backwards on. Look, and if we reverse this, it sets it so it's about to push backwards, and that would be its prominent direction that it would want to push. So if I just set that the opposite direction, if I set that direction. Okay, let me flip both of them. Okay, let's just adjust the angles then. See if we see any changes. I might rebuild these bars and just give them a bit more room. Like, add a block gap to it all. Because if you look here, these two could be colliding. And if this is colliding with that. Anyway, this is all here a bit too low. So I'm going to break this and this. And then, what point do they mount here? That block. And that block. Oh, they mount to the engine as well. But now everything has just fallen out. If I just get that, I can now get this link bar system. Okay, actually, I'm gonna have to break this and this as well, which I'll put back. But this link bar system is gonna have to go back in place here. Oh, that worked to plan. Okay. Come on then. Please work. Please work. Please work. Oh, it's because we're in a block, isn't it? Maybe? Please? We're in place. So it connected. We have our... Oh, but how much further now is everything back to what it was? I think it's clearance issue. There's just not enough clearance for things to actually turn and do things together as they're meant to. Yeah, let's see how they line up now. One there, one on there. Oh, it made no difference. What? Let's just take this off again then. And bring it up a few blocks. There we go. Let's put this back here. Drop it again. Oh, it's on the underside. Really? Really, bro? Okay. Good. Now we can get it that point there. Okay. Now we should have a block clearance. As expected. Is it it's all gone back. I was about to say there's nothing stopping it, but it wasn't on a bearing. So it did actually go back until it got stopped by that. So now that can move, like a piston would move. If I push the... Actually, let's just put power through this bearing real quick. Oh no, let's just put on an infinite loop. When powered. Oh. The thing is, this goes really low down, which is a bit worrying. I should probably actually reconnect this guy, shouldn't I? So then we actually have a stabilization bar in place. Okay, right there then. So now we have that stable, and that I can set to a positive 45 for that offset, obviously, which we can have going that way. So let's see if this will work. Let's twist this around there. And it's locked all of this out again against this bar here. If I just get rid of this stabilization bar, for example. Would anything change? Okay. Theoretically now, this should chug along. But it doesn't. What if I have this when the switch is on? Keep on reversing this. Shit, I can... Because it's gonna... Okay, what if I just stop that? Does anything change that we notice? There, we're going to have to test it up again in the air. Oh. Sorry that this bit's gone. This bit isn't going to be needed at the moment. So as we have this valve gear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no, no. Stop it. Don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. Okay. So the bearing uses half a crank is a bad idea. Okay. I'm gonna build a little test station thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's actually about the size you want it, isn't it? And then we can have a little standoff things here. Which then we just get this. Yeah, both of those wheels are in the middle, as you can see. So now we can... If I get rid of that bearing and power a wheel, does it work? No, if we're powering a wheel, it pulls it around. What if I change the wheel? Another back. In the middle. And now what happens if we... It pulls it down. If I make this constantly switch, so but then this guy constantly goes like this. Or an infinite loop. That will spin around. What if we just increase the range of motion of this guy? You know, we go 75. Okay, and we click go. Goes back to, okay. I don't think it's this pushing up or down. I think we just need to add a Johnston bar to it, so then it has its own range of motion where it can and can't go. And and then we'll see if it works after that. So we're going to add a Johnston bar. I forgot we didn't have it on the left anymore, do we? So if I Johnston bar is pretty much almost like a loop sort of style thing, where it's a solid loop, and then you know this bar here is connected to a loop, and then it has a pin in it, which like gives it an angle in a sense. And then maybe after we can get this, try to get this to work. Actually, wait there. How much? I didn't pay attention enough to check. How straight is that actually? Let me just place this back on this guy. Okay. It's actually staying pretty level. And only pivoting when that's like that. Because realistically, this here wouldn't be moving like up and down. It'd only be moving back and forwards. Because this here would be straight. Actually, yeah, and look, if you look, this bit here is actually the bit that stays straight. Because, I might have figured it out. Boys and girls. If I just get this, and then put a bearing here, and then I don't know if I'll need this one here still, but this here is gonna, when this is gonna make this bar come out straight now, and then, actually yeah, we are gonna need that bearing there still then. It's gonna make this bearing stay straight when it comes out, which is gonna be nice. There we go. Come on then. Okay, if I make this pivot solid, does anything change? And this pivot solid, and this pivot not solid. I don't know. See, because if that's... It needs to have a pivot here, because this needs to stay straight. But this here... So this here is just going to have to bounce. But which is... Actually, no, yeah, that makes sense. This wouldn't have a pivot on it, because it would have that thing, that bar on it, to keep it straight. Well, to keep it staying straight anyway. Yeah, that actually would make a lot of sense. Yeah, okay, so now let's build this Johnston bar. So I'm just going to bring it in a little bit here. And then we're going to build the Johnston bar here. So... if I go parts, we're going to need... All we're going to actually need for this is going to be one of these. And then we obviously need the area for the pin to go in. And then this can come up. And up. And up. Until we get the Johnston bar. Which now, if I put, say, a pivot on this. So I could actually just have the pivot here for it. I get off of this guy. No, never mind. I just have to put it up one. Let's just put that on that pivot there. And then, do we still have that? No, okay. And then we can get one of these. And did I put a bearing on the end of that? Yeah. We don't need a bearing there. We don't really want one there either. So now, watch how it changes how the entire thing will act. It's actually quite interesting. So now the entire thing probably won't move when it's like this, because it's getting blocked by the Johnson bar. The Johnson bar needs a pivot off of this actually, doesn't it? No, because if the Johnson bar pivots, it takes away the point of the Johnson bar. But if I now add 30 degrees to this, oh, other way, it changes where the Johnson bar can go. Actually, no, that's not how right there. Let me see if I can find anything about the Johnston bar in the workshop. It might make life a bit easier. Let's see if that'll come up anything. Okay, this is a pretty good model. It looks like it. Let's hope I have the mod for this, which I do. Yeah, I'll see if I can. This is the sort of thing we're actually going for. But this here's the Johnson bar actually, right here in front of our faces. And then it gets adjusted by that guy there. So that pivots. And then this hooks into here, which is connected to this inner bar. Oh, so there's an inner bar and then. Okay. So we're doing things way wrong. Let's just see if this fits on a 9 block rail. If it does, I want to see the thing we're on, because this would be sick. Let me just do that there. I know this isn't our creation, but this will be sick to see work. If it fits on the rail, obviously. Okay, you see, it's on the rails. I guess once you get on the train, it will actually start losing the lag. Yo, that's sick. Oh, look, you can see how when the Johnson bar changes it changes the direction of the loco. That is insane. Someone managed to do that. It's in Scrap Mechanic. I'm curious what the internals actually look like. Yo, that's amazing how that works. I might have to copy this guy's design. This is a 462. And then if I click this, look, you see the Johnson bar move. Look, the entire train's still moving at the same rate, but in a minute you see the entire train will start moonwalking, sort of thing. There we go. No, never mind. But you see it stops, and the entire train starts reversing. That's insane, though. How they've done that is actually madness. So look, you can see the stabilizer there, which goes into the valve thing. I guess that's actually probably where the sensor for all this madness is. Let's just start slowing down by. That is sick though. I'm gonna put this on the lift over here. Yeah, look, there's a sensor for it. Which that sensor goes to that there. Then that goes through, activates something else. That's actually amazing. The amount of time that must have took to calibrate. Drive, thrust assist, headlight whistle, seam effects. What? Did it? Yeah, close to 462. That's cool. And we're building it like this, and there's a little dinky thing. And we could be building that. But now I know where I've gone wrong, so I'm gonna restart after we've been doing it for an hour and a bit, and we're just going, yep, restart. And I want to do it like that guy in vanilla, because that actually demonstrates perfectly how to do it. So if I can do it perfectly and see how to do it perfectly, I may as well do it the same way as them. There's no reason why not to. But that's insane. So actually, we didn't come out with much, have we? Yeah, I'm gonna actually make one of these off stream, I think, so I can see how it all works. And I'm gonna obviously have a look at this guy. I was just gonna start again, but I think I need to look more into it all. So look, there's. So it's on the right tracks, I guess. And you have this one, which gets driven by this, which is powered by that. But then this wheel is the pivot point for this Johnson. Is like the point where the Johnson bar can move, but it only moves back and forwards because this moves, but this moves. No, but then this moves when this moves when the. Yeah, that's cool actually. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna record a video actually instead, because there's gonna be a lot of trial and error, so it's gonna be a lot easier just to record it and then edit and snip some bits out of the of us trying to find out how to do it, and it's going to be a lot more. It's going to take up a lot longer than I expected. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe button.